What is up, Misfits and Moonbasers? Ray Recall, and this is part 2 of 3 of the Takara Legends Transformers Titan class Grand Maximus. And in the last video, we covered Grand and the Grand Transector, and now we're covering the rest of Grand Maximus. So, as you can see here, I already applied all the sticker details. The sticker sheet is a lie. It does not have 50. It has closer to 150. But the stickers are on there. There we go. You can see some of them. They're like extremely reflective chrome. Got some on the guns over here. Auto brand. I don't know if you can see that cockpit window or not, but those individual windows were stickers. Seems unnecessary when the whole thing is so bright, but yeah. So this is the Takara Legends Transformers Grand Maximus in his battle station mode, and he is just huge, like freaking huge. Yeah, there's not really much else to say about that. This figure is based off of the Thrilling 30 Metroplex mold. I'd show you Metroplex, but he's in robot mode, and getting him into city mode is a pain in the ass, and it sprawls out massively. But we'll go over the comparison in his when we get to robot mode. So, but yeah, a lot of features with this mode. It's got ramps that can fold up slightly. They're on hinges. They don't really want to stay held up though, so they just kind of rest there. Got ramps, rooms. These clips right here, you have them all over the place on this figure. You got them here. These ramps have those clips. And if you look on the back of the figure, down there are some clips. And basically those will connect to any of the Titans Return Leader class figures in their base mode. Yeah, so and a few other features in this mode, besides, just the sheer size that you can use it as a battle station. There is a rotating turret right here. Titan Master ports all over the place. As you can see, Grand is mounted on one of them. Plenty of rooms, plenty of molded detail too, like this power generator or whatever, these windows. The main tower is pretty neat, and you can see the Grand Transector just in there. I think it's like a communications room or something like that. Guns that can rotate up and down. Ramps that are on flaps. Much like Detroit, he can welcome you to the city by flipping you off. It's messed up of me to say that. And it does have a little helipad thing that can rotate up and down, like so. Yeah. All in all, a pretty impressive base mode. Now for the upgrade kit, it does upgrade this, but there's also a secondary base mode where like the legs form like a tower. It looks more like a instead of like a battle ready station, it looks more like an actual city. So speaking of battle stations, let's go ahead and get into battle station mode. So it's real simple. Close that up, rotate that around, close that up, flip down the ramps on the side over here, and take the legs of the robot, fold them forward, and rotate this big sumbitch. And that's the battle state. And that's the battle vehicle mode. The impressive thing about it is just the sheer size of the thing. I mean, here is Voyager class Siege Soundwave, and like he can ride that into battle. Or let's see, another Takara figure I actually have. This is Takara Legends RC Deluxe class. Can park right there. So this guy is huge. Go ahead and put him off to the side. Now the figure does have rolling wheels. It's got rolling casters here, there, here, and then further along on the legs and these areas right there. So it does roll fairly well if you can get this thing moving. But it is just a big lump, so yeah. Alright, enough beating around the bush. Let's get to the main attraction, which is the robot mode. So, probably have to move a bunch of stuff out the way. So first what you want to do is you want to take Gran and, you know, there we go. Take Gran, fold them up into a head. Kind of, there we go, see? And there we go. Put that off to the side. Next, remove this piece. And since you're pretty much mostly transformed from there, just move these horns back forward. Again, like in the last video, tab, slot. Tabs together, nice and solid. At least on the sides, the arms are a little bit wibbly. Horns, head. There you go. Now we got the simple stuff out of the way. Let's work on this behemoth of a figure. So I'm probably gonna have to go around like so. Let's see if I can do this and keep it on camera. So what you want to do, lock those into place, split the tower, and the tower sides peg into the side, stand it up, the feet will flip up and tab into themselves. Like so. At this point we come all the way up here. These obvious arms will, by their own sheer weight, bring themselves down. This panel comes up and dislodges that panel, which will just fold onto the back and just clip into place behind the back. We'll take a look at that closer in a second. Take the arm, heavy ratchet joints. Open up the hands and do the same on the other side. And now this guy's too big to fit on my mattress, so let me go ahead and change it up a little bit. Badoom! Alright, so everything's all transformed up. The body is ready. And just rotate that up a little bit. There we go. And now, what we do is we take Gran, like so, and there's a slot for him right there. Just fits right down in there. And there you have Grand Maximus in robot mode. I'm just kidding. Now, the way that this is designed to tab in, you can have Gran plug into the Headmaster unit, or, just as a demonstration, Take the head and doesn't want to go in. Let's see, where's the oh yeah, here we go. There we go. And that plugs in like so. There we go. And then you can take Gran if you want. It's got Titan Master port right up here. Yeah. It's like Iron Giant. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. Articulation, head is on a rotation. Arms can do a full 360. They can go out about that far. Ratcheted bicep rotation. A full range of movement at the elbows. Wrists are on a rotation. They can move in and out. Thumb is on a hinge here. And all the fingers are individually hinged at the base of the hand. It has a waist rotation that can go a full 360, but it's kind of hard to do this with one hand. Oh boy. Legs can go all the way forward, backwards, in and out. There is a rotation, I believe. Ratcheted rotation above the thigh. 90 degrees bend at the knee and nothing at the feet. So he is an impressive big boy. And just for comparison, here he is with the original version of this mold, Metroplex. So you can tell they use the same hand, same arm assemblies, pretty much, more or less. His crotch is his butt, and his crotch is his butt. Part of the reason why there's an upgrade kit for that. They did remold the upper legs. I thought they had kept them the same, but I guess not. If you look down, the actual leg parts themselves are different. The ramps that are on the back of Maximus's arms are actually the ramps that are on Metroplex's shins, which is interesting. And the feet, while they do look similar, are a different mold. I think they use like the same core piece or whatever, but like the actual assembly is different. So, and then obviously the chest is completely different, chest and heads. So for weapons, as you saw in the Headmaster or Titan Master, Transector, whatever episode, you get the Grand Sword, which has these two tabs on either side. Basically what you do is slide this in, and then those tabs will tab in to a slot in his hand. Like so. Wrap the fingers around, and he's holding his sword. It isn't a super tight fit, obviously, it just flopped out of his hand, but yeah. And then as for guns, if we come to the shins, these are just a soft peg on there. There we go. Kind of like a little mushroom joint. And then flip out the handle, and it works the same way. these hold on in his hands a little bit better. They also have these 5mm posts on them, so you can give them to the headmaster to use his guns like that. You can tab them into the side to give them side guns or whatever. So anyway, oh, and there's also a bunch of stuff on him carried over from Metroplex, like for example, the forearm. Let me get this transformed. Opens up. Unfortunately, there is no gun emplacement that goes here. It's just an open forearm with a cavity in it. So, unlike Metroplex, who had a gun in that arm, Fort Max doesn't have it. What he does have is he does have an opening compartment right here that has a gun in it. If you come to the back, there's a little hatch that opens up. You can have somebody inside there, kind of like they're manning Grand Maximus. And then this center portion right here is actually a button that will, when pressed, activate the lights and sounds inside the head unit. So, yep. Alrighty then. So, I think that's pretty much about all that I can say for this. So this has been the part 2 of the Takar Legends Grand Maximus review. I am Ray Recall, and the next video will be the upgrade kit for this guy. And I won't go through the process of the assembly. I'll just show you what it looks like on him. So, catch you next time.